It was a cold evening when Daniel received a call from his hometown, but he didn't answer. He was busy in a meeting, surrounded by noise, responsibilities, and the fast rhythm of life he had worked so hard to build. The phone kept vibrating for a few seconds, then stopped. Daniel glanced at the screen, Mom calling, and whispered, "I'll call her later," but life doesn't always wait for later. An hour passed, then another, and by the time Daniel finally called back, no one answered. A strange heaviness settled in his chest, but he ignored it, telling himself everything was fine. The next morning, while driving to work, his phone rang again. This time it was his neighbor. The voice on the other side was slow and painful. "Daniel, your mother was asking for you last night. She's very unwell." The world suddenly felt silent. Daniel's grip tightened on the steering wheel, and without thinking, he turned the car around and began the long drive back home. Every mile felt heavier than the last, filled with memories he had forgotten in the rush of life, his mother waiting outside, his school with a warm smile, feeding him with her own hands, staying awake when he was sick, secretly sacrificing her needs so he could chase his dreams. When Daniel finally reached home, the door was slightly open, and inside, the house felt unfamiliar, quiet, fragile, almost as if time itself had slowed down. He rushed to her room and saw his mother lying weakly on the bed, her breathing soft and uneven. For a moment, he froze, unable to accept that the strongest person he had ever known now looked so helpless. Slowly, he held her hand, and tears fell before he could stop them. "Mom, I'm here," he whispered, his voice trembling. Her eyes opened gently, and when she saw him, a faint smile appeared, the same smile that had comforted him his entire life. With great effort, she spoke, "You came." "I was waiting." Daniel broke down completely. "I'm sorry, Mom. You called me, and I didn't answer. I thought I had time." She softly pressed his hand and said words that pierced his heart forever. "I didn't call because I was dying. I called because I missed you." Silence filled the room, heavy with love, regret, and truth. In that moment, Daniel realized something many people understand too late. We spend our lives running for success, believing we are doing it for our loved ones, but sometimes in that race, we forget to be present for them. Days passed, and Daniel stayed by his mother's side, talking to her, listening to her stories, laughing softly, and sometimes just sitting quietly, holding her hand like a little boy again. He canceled meetings, ignored work calls, and for the first time in years, he wasn't busy, he was there. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in soft orange light, his mother looked at him and said, "Life is not about how far you go. It's about who walks with you."